So now you know who of my lovers gifted me the house in Amsterdam, and how I rewarded him by breaking his heart. But let's move on what happened today, Thursday, May 3rd, 2007. I've always wanted a pair of black fake glasses, the kind that make you look more sophisticated. Living in Amsterdam, this should be easy, right? I asked Anna to come straight after work and we started at Leidseplein, where the tourist shops begin. But before we could even think about shopping, we stopped to check out the breakdancers. Muscular, flexible, shiny, oh my goodness, I was drooling. Anna, however, was thinking about her less scrumptious but amazing boyfriend Eddie, who was probably at home playing World of Warcraft. Across the crowd, I spotted an ex buddy. I tried to remember his name, but I failed. Not that it mattered. We didn't last long anyway. He ruined it when he started laughing about my orgasm faces. Then, as if that wasn't bad enough, he admitted he couldn't come because my perfume reminded him of his mom. That was the end of that. I kicked him out of my bed, out of my house, and out of my life. He tried calling a few times, but I never picked up. Anna and I made our escape before the street performance passed around. Fill up the bucket. Because I'm just, I don't know, not that generous. 200 steps later, we saw this beautiful sign in the window of Karen Millen. 70% sale. We looked at each other, mischievous grins, and shrugged and walked in. Welcome to heaven. We grabbed dresses like maniacs. Anna tried on 4 and I tried on 6. 3 were like, but the other 3, oh my goodness, perfection. Help me choose, I begged. I can't, help me choose, she wailed. We stood there torn. Then without a second thought, we walked straight to the counter, swiped our cards, and didn't look at the price. 350 euros later. But this weekend, I was going to spread my chances in love. We walked to Kalverstraat and bought our fake €5 glasses. Sophisticated? Maybe. But after what we just spent, oh my goodness, broke as hell. Anna had a special evening planned. Eddie was taking her out on a fancy anniversary dinner. Meanwhile, I had an entirely different plan with Maria. Maria is an old friend from the village, Zandvoort, one of my original partners in crime. Back when we were 12, we used to ring Tommy and Chris's doorbell and ran away giggling, singing, "Don't want no short dick man," our anthem song. Yes, we were only 12. We've always been a chaotic duo, pushed the pranks further, and while Maria actually finished school with a respectable diploma, and now split her time between the Netherlands and Brazil, helping people start businesses, like goodness gracious, I admire her so much. She's following her dreams and actually making a difference in the world. But tonight was about making memories for ourselves. On my way to Maria, Sakib called with big news. He had decided to marry this girl his family had chosen for him in Pakistan. At first, he wasn't sure about the arranged marriage, but after meeting her again, he realized that she was the one. I was thrilled for him. He's a catch, and I truly believe they're going to be happy together. Then came surprise number 2. Sakib had found me a potential boyfriend. One of his colleagues had shown interest, and apparently it was a perfect match. Maybe I should have told him about the rose and my vow to spread my chances before he played matchmaker, but what the hell, I passed him along my number. Before I even reached Maria's house, I was already on the phone with G-Spot Tommy, as I call him now, having an unexpected pleasant conversation. He invited me for tea again this weekend, and I had learned my lessons about tea invitations. Tommy's tea had led to quite the adventures, and so I figured, why not? We set a date for Sunday afternoon at the tea house in Amsterdam. When I finally arrived at Maria's, I came bearing gifts. A bottle of Asti, her one alcoholic weakness, but more importantly, We had our VeLo alien uniforms, matching t-shirts, one with LO and the other one with VE. Together we are from the planet VeLo. There's something about Maria. Hey, hola. Hey, hey, hola, hola. You want to read? And me, when we're together, that turns the world upside down. And when we're in the same place, people should hide. Our energy feeds off of each other in the most ridiculous way. We polished off the Asti, giggling uncontrollably, and by 11:30 p.m. we were cycling straight to light supplying, ready for chaos. We set our sight on the Kring, a club we heard great things about. Its entrance had a big wooden door leading to a tiny hallway with an endless staircase. It looked like the kind of place where secret societies hold their meetings, but we climbed up anyway. After what felt like 5 flights, we were met by a bouncer blocking the entrance. "Sorry, ladies, this is a private party. I cannot let you in," he said. Maria and I exchanged glances. We had a plan. "But we're here for Thomas's birthday. He's expecting us. We just need to say hi and give him a birthday kiss." The bouncer hesitated, clearly unsure. This was our moment. Without skipping a beat, we took off our coats, revealing our VeLo shirts. "We're from the planet VeLo. You have to let us in. We'll even give you a kiss." The bouncer chuckled and shook his head. "Just say hi then, you crazy girls." And just like that, we were in. It was obvious that really this was a private party. We were without a doubt with the youngest, wildest people in the room. But that didn't stop us. We danced like maniacs, giggled with the older women on the dance floor, and even got them laughing about how we sneaked in. Eventually, we decided to check out the main entrance, the Kring, where the real public party was happening. The problem? The club was sold out, and the line stretched down the street. No problem for us. We spotted 2 guys near the entrance and immediately struck up a conversation, acting like we were long best friends. "Oh my God, I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are the kids?" The guys, amused, played along. When we reached the bouncer, we all went in. "We're here for Thomas's birthday." We went again. "We're on the list. Maria Carolina +2. The bouncer frowned at the guest list. "Who put you on the list?" "Mo," I replied smoothly, as there's generally like a Mo working at these type of places. He signed, stopped checking, and let us in. The guys gave us a grateful nod before heading in the opposite direction. Maria and we nearly collapsed laughing. Inside it was hot like a Turkish steam bath, so I took off my jeans. All the men gazed our way when I did, hoping I would reveal some flesh. And luckily for them, we Valorians wear colorful leggings under our jeans. The Turkish steam room, with sweat droplets falling from the ceiling, had helium balloons floating everywhere. Naturally, we needed to have one. We spotted the tallest guy in the room and got him to lift us up and pluck us a pink balloon from the ceiling. At some point, the club's energy shifted. The place became alive. People fed off our craziness. Guys kept trying to talk to us, but we were so far in our philo theme we would scare them away within minutes. Eventually, we found ourselves near a giant window, backs against the crowd, pretending to have deep conversations with our reflection in the glass. A guy next to us, watching us for a while, finally asked, "What exactly are you doing?" Maria and I turned to him, dead serious. "Our exes are here. We don't want them to see us." He looked completely baffled. "You guys are insane," he muttered. "No," I corrected him. "We're from the planet VeLo. We tell fabulous stories and disguise ourselves so people do not recognize us. You need to be in disguise too. Let me help you." And so I draped my jeans around his head. Still confused but amused, he decided to play along. "Okay then, prove to me you're a storyteller, right here, right now, and I'll believe you and convert to your tribe." "Fine." Give me 3 words and I'll tell you a story, I challenged him. He thought for a moment and came back with snow, Lego, and AIDS. Without hesitation, I launched into my tale. Lego, snow, and AIDS. It was March 1 and winter had never begun. No ice, no snow, not a single one. I was desperate and so I started to pray, asking for snow even if it was only for one day. And then, as if he had set aside his pride, God finally answered and replied. Find me 2 red Lego blocks, he said, and tomorrow the sky will snow instead. I searched every park, I searched every fair, but the red Lego blocks were nowhere there. Then I remembered the blacksmith place where the kids played and left their toys in space. I rushed inside, my heart filled with hope, but a child had built a house with the red blocks, or nope. I crushed the house and took what I thought and raised it high as God has taught. Now make it snow, I cried with glee, but God displeased stared back at me. For stealing you'll get no snow, he said. Instead, you'll get AIDS instead. So I looked at the guy and said, so let's go to my house and have unsafe sex with me. The guy stared at me, frowned, shook his head, then ripped his jeans off his head and vanished without a word. Maria told me if I ever want to find a man, I should stop telling these horrible stories. And we collapsed laughing. Soon after, one guy from the group of 4 approached us, clearly trying to start a conversation. I stopped him mid-sentence and said, you've been through a rough period. You're doing much better. You're not quite there yet, but you'll get there. He froze, stared at me. You have no idea what you just said. You're absolutely right. This means so much to me. But how do you know? And why are you telling me this? I told him that I hear voices and sometimes just vocalize without thinking. He blinked and then said, I have an aunt who's spiritual, and so I believe in these type of things. But you're so young. What's your name? And just like that, our conversation began. What he didn't know was that the voice I heard was actually his, as I'd overheard him talking to his friend when we walked in. But hey, sometimes you just have to let the magic play out.